Good evening, Solon! Presenting your 2022 Solon Marching Band! Tonight, the band begins the homecoming pregame festivities with our Friday night fanfare, the Solon Common Fight Song, and our Spirit Song. Clap and sing along as the band brings their thunderous sound down the field.
How are you?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a special night here at Stewart Field. It's Homecoming 2022. Ladies and gentlemen, if you look across the 50-yard line, we'd like to introduce our 2022 Homecoming Court. The court is composed of 8 extraordinary individuals, each selected by the student body. Please give a warm welcome to this year's Homecoming Court. First, Morgan Blackford, escorted by her parents, Colleen and Darren Blackford. Escorted by her parents, Rich and Marine Mascot. Accompanied by her mom, dad, and her brother, Danielle and Darren Rose, along with Jake Rose. Next, ladies and gentlemen, is James Howell, escorted by his father, Eric Howell. Sharpley, escorted by his parents Kendra and Corey Sharpley. Escorted by his parents, Dr. J. Salmon and Dr. May Sundaram. Give it up for the 2022 Homecoming Court. Mr. Malden, can we have a drum roll, please? And now, ladies and gentlemen, congratulations to our 2022 Solon High School Homecoming Queen, Morgan Blackbird. And ladies and gentlemen, congratulations to the 2022 Homecoming King, James Hall. Ladies and gentlemen, how about a big round of applause for our new King and Queen and the whole Homecoming Court.
Please rise as the band pays homage to Solon High School by performing the Alma Mater, conducted tonight by Band President Connor Grant.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome again to Stewart Field, the home of your Solon Comets. The officials for tonight's game have been selected and assigned by the Ohio High School Athletic Association. Tonight's officials are referee Chuck Caskey. Our umpire is Brandon Caskey. The linesman is Robert Fowler. The line judge, Jay McComb. The back judge is Jeff Collingwood. And our center judge tonight is Jason Barr. As always, ladies and gentlemen, the Ohio High School Athletic Association asks you to act with dignity and pride and speak with courtesy. Please respect the game, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, led by the percussion section and head coach, Brian Wisniewski, it's your 2022 Solon Comets! Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome head coach Mark Pinzone and the visiting Brunswick Blue Devils.
Please rise and help the band honor our great nation as they play our national anthem, featuring our senior trumpets and conducted by student teacher Emily Butts.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Solon Education Television's production of Solon Comet Football. We've got a crisp and cool late September autumn night here at the corner of Route 91 and Inwood Drive as the Brunswick Blue Devils, with a record of 2-4, come in to face your 4-2 Solon Comets. My name is Chuck Chokina. Glad to be with you here this evening. I think this is going to be a terrific ball game. We have two evenly matched squads. You wouldn't say so record-wise. Looking at Brunswick, they come into this one at 2-4, and the Comets coming in opposite at 4-2. But when you consider Brunswick has played six opponents with a record of 22-14, and the Comets just the opposite of that. Their six opponents are 14-21. And if you look at this one on paper, and of course this game is not played on paper, it's played here under the Friday night lights, this one's going to be evenly matched. We're going to see a big offensive line here right away as Brunswick is about to receive the opening kickoff. They average 275 across their front line. They've got a 6'1", 210-pound sophomore quarterback that they want to establish in the run game. We'll see if they're able to do that here tonight. Number 11 for Brunswick is deep. That would be Jimmy Toomey. And it's going to head to number 1. He's going to take it up the left sideline. And he's going to get out of bounds about the 18-yard line. That's Cade Som, a senior wide receiver for the Blue Devils. So what to look for here in this one, this Brunswick Blue Devil team wants to establish the run. As I mentioned, they're big across the front line, the offensive line, averaging 275, and they've got a big quarterback, just a sophomore, that they want to run. So we'll see how aggressive the Comet defenders can be, how much they're going to blitz Brock Bowling, Shea Springer, Devad Bush, who are the linebackers. So Ethan Roxandich is in the shotgun. He fakes. He's going to keep. He's going to try to bounce. He's going to pick up a couple.
Roxandich on the keeper.
That's 22, Devad Bush there on the tackle. And as I mentioned, Roxandich is a big kid, but just a sophomore behind this big Blue Devil line. Blue Devils come out with a wing right. We have a whistle. And they're sending somebody off. Maybe for equipment. Number 14 is Johnny Crawford in the backfield with Roxandich. He sends a man in motion, and he hands to him over right tackle. And he is brought down after a short gain. And that'll set Brunswick up in 3rd and 5. Here it is again. They brought a blocking back around. And Crawford brought down there by Joel Capasso for the Comets. 2-by-2 set now for Brunswick as they spread out. Solon, Roxandich in the gun with Crawford. See how aggressive the Comets are, whether they bring linebackers on blitzes. I would imagine they're not going to sit. They're going to get after him here tonight and bring pressure. They rush 5. They dump it out in the flat. The ball is caught by Som. He's brought down short of the first down by a couple yards. And Brunswick's going to send out the punt team on 4th and 2. Here it is again. Cade Som, one of the leaders of this Blue Devil squad, catching that pass. Roxandich is also the punter. And he's going to be kicking it deep to the dangerous number 2, Joel Capasso. Teams have been opting not to kick to Joel in the punt game. There's the snap. He boots it straight away. He's going to field it on a hop. And he's going to break a tackle. He's going to get out wide and get run out of bounds about the 50. See where they spot it. It's going to be about a 9-yard return. Call it 8. So good field position for Solon to start. Here that play is again.
First and 10 for the Comets about place to throw, 49-yard line.
And Joel, if you don't know it, is a track star. And Coach Mark Pinzone for the Blue Devils, their 6th-year head coach, said they definitely have to pay attention to him. A 2-by-1 set. Charlie Bubonics throws, and Brian McQuaid, uncharacteristic, cannot hold on to that one on the short hitch in front of the Brunswick bench. Charlie would like to have that one back, not his most accurate, but catchable. So 2nd and 10. 2-by-1 again, with Dylan Cronenfeld, number 45, as the blocking back, and E.J. Taylor behind Charlie Bubonics. Charlie to throw. He's going to launch it deep. He's got McQuaid. He's got the football, and he's in for the score. And just like that, Solon completes the long pass, 51 yards. Brian McQuaid gets behind the corner and the safety. I think that's where Solon feels they can attack, that tonight they're going to be aggressive and come out firing. And they did on their second play from scrimmage. I'd say that Brian McQuaid redeemed himself very well after that initial drop. So Evan Funderburg is on for the extra point out of the hold of Charlie Bubonics. McQuaid does the snapping too. The kick is up and good.
With 9:59 remaining in the first quarter, the score, your Solon Comets 7, the Brunswick Blue Devils nothing.
So it looks like the game plan for Solon in this one tonight is to try to attack this secondary. Here it is again. McQuaid has a couple of steps behind defenders on the deep post. And Charlie had all kind of time to throw that one. Great job by the O-line. As I mentioned, the offensive line for Brunswick is a big one. Same thing on their defensive side. And that's why I think that Solon is going to pass to run rather than run to pass in this game tonight. And it paid off early. So with 9:59 remaining in the first quarter, Comets are up immediately 7-zip. Here's Aaron Teitelbaum to boot it, end over end. It's Cade Som again taking it at the 6. He's going to try the left sideline. He's going to leap and get brought down at about the 23. I think that's Shea Springer, the middle linebacker for Solon, doing some coverage. Oh, he leaped over his own blocker. So they marked it at the 24 for Brunswick. And we saw them try to run it twice. We can expect more of that. I think they want to try to control the ball, get into good downs and distances. They have an inexperienced team by Coach Pinzone's analysis. There's Roxanich trying the left side. He's got room. He's out over the 30, the 35. He cuts back to the middle of the field. He's over the 50. He's Joel Capasso chasing and brings him down all the way at the Solon 10-yard line. And you can see how this football team wants to beat you. With a runner like that, with his size, 6'1", 210, just a sophomore. This is student body left. Look at all the white shirts. They got hats on people. They get him into the backfield, and he knows what to do with it. And we see Joel Capasso's speed here at the end, but he has a tough time bringing Roxanich down. Look at that. Tries to bat the ball out. Roxanich was fighting him off, and Brunswick is set up inside the 10-yard line. off that explosive play. So they come out in double tights with a wing back. Crawford in the backfield takes the handoff over right tackle. He's got room. He's inside the 5. The ball came out. Don't know who's got it. And the Comets have come up with it. Someone separated Johnny Crawford from the football. We'll have to take another look at that because he had running room. He just forgot the ball.
Result for the play, first down.
Right there, he loses it. The ball bounces away, and it's hard to tell in that scrum who exactly comes up with it. I see Springer there.
The ball's placed at their own 10-yard line.
Be that as it may, it's Solon's football. So they come out in 2-by-1 with Dylan Cronenfeld at the blocking back, and we have a whistle. And they're sending Charlie Bubonics off, I think, because he didn't have his chin strap snapped. Play clock is running here. Harley Barman has been inserted at quarterback, and Coach Wisniewski's looking for an explanation, and now he's got it. I think what they called was Charlie became set by putting his hands on his thigh pads, and at that point in time, he's considered to be set and ready to play. And he probably hasn't been called on that to date. Based on what I'm seeing, Coach Wiz is asking for an explanation because, some of these officials will enforce things a little more readily than others.
Concession stand is open.
So as soon as he puts his hands on his thigh pads, they consider him set, and he can't put in his button up his chin strap or put in his mouth guard at that point. After that point. So he's going to have to do it before that. So he'll be out. Well, he's come back in after the timeout. No, I don't think they can do that. They can't send him back in after a TO. After a timeout. He has to sit for a play. And Coach Wiz looking for an explanation. He might know the rules better than the officials. So Charlie will sit for a play, and Harley Barman, who did an excellent job in the opening game against Hudson, is in at signal caller, and he hands it to E.J. Taylor, who runs hard around left end. He's going to pick up a few yards.
Give it to E.J. Taylor. He's forced out after a gain of 2. Second down, 8 for the Comets.
And that'll set up second down and 9 for Solon just outside their own 10-yard line. They come out in a 3-by-1 with, I believe it's Cronenfeld. Kurzawa is in at blocking back. Charlie to throw. He's got pressure. He scrambles back across the field. He's going to cut back, and he's going to pick up a first down. Very good awareness there by Charlie Bubonics. He didn't have anything up the field.
Brought down by number 55.
But he avoids pressure there.
First and 10 Comets.
Watch him cut back here. 3 receivers. They give it to Capasso on the end around. He's got room around left end. And he's all the way out to the Brunswick, the Solon 40-yard line. There's a flag, though, a couple of them. This one's coming back.
Holding. Offense. 35 to 10 yards. First down.
Holding is the call against Solon, and it'll take that big play and turn it into a negative.
We're out of bounds. We're out of bounds.
It's 1st and 20. The ball's at the 11. 2-by-2 for Charlie Boo. Takes the snap, looks, fires, caught. Max Thompson right at the original line of scrimmage, all the way out at the 21.
Called to gain 10 on the play. 2nd down 10 for the Comets.
Keeping with that theme, Comets are opening it up. Easy for me to say, opening it up. They're in a 2-by-2. E.J. Taylor in the backfield with Charlie Bubonics. Brunswick plays the 4-3 defense, but it looks like nickel. Bubonics to throw. Fires. Caught. Thompson near the first down. I think they should give him the 30, though. They'll give him the 29. And it'll set up 3rd and 2.
Gain of 8 on the play. 3rd down 2 for the Comets.
Charlie's found an early rhythm in this one. Max Thompson comes out. Carson Kurzawa comes in. They leave their 3 receivers, McQuaid, Capasso, and Barman, with E.J. Taylor in the backfield. Charlie tries to cut back, and he doesn't have anything. Bit of a read. He could have pitched to Taylor, or kept it himself as he did, and that's going to bring out the punt unit for Solon.
4th down and 4 for the Comets. And the punt for Solon, number 9, Harley Barman.
So far, the game plan seems to be clicking for the Comets, throwing the ball on early downs. They got a little conservative there on 3rd and 2 and couldn't pick it up. Special teams has been an issue for the Blue Devils, and here comes a fake. It snaps short to E.J. Taylor. He's out to the 50-yard line, and he's got a first down. Gutsy call deep in your own territory. You got a touchdown lead, however, and you got E.J. Taylor as the upback. And if you recall, in the Hudson game, the Comets ran they ran the same play twice, and successfully, with E.J. as that blocking back. And they executed that one nicely. Good time to go up top. 2-by-1 set. Charlie Bubonics. Another whistle. They're sending Charlie off again. It's got to be an equipment thing. You know, he's used to barking signals probably without his mouth guard in. And when he puts it in late, these officials are calling him on it. 2-by-1 set. Barman hands to Taylor. Up the middle, not much there, maybe a yard.
Taylor, the ball carrier. He's brought down by Grabowski.
Clock ticks away in the first quarter, 6:48. Comets are going to get into 2-by-2, 4 wide. And they have had success throwing the football, protecting the quarterback thus far. Bubonics takes the snap, fires. Barman's got it, and almost made the man miss. It's out near the first down. They may, yep, they're waving the sticks on. That's a first down play.
Brought down by Case. 1st and 10 for the Comets. Ball is placed at the Brunswick 37.
This is the best start that I've seen the Comets have had, even though they've scored 49 points and 34 points, 48 last week and 34. They haven't had this kind of start yet this year. 2-by-2. Bubonics hits Barman. He's going to pick up 7 there on the hitch. And what you see here is Charlie's got that quick release.
Second down 4 for the Comets.
And he puts it on his receivers. Again, 2-by-2. Takes the snap, fakes to Taylor. Fires deep, just overthrew Joel Capasso. He had a step. I think he needed to put a little bit more air under this one. Threw it a little flat.
Third down and 4
but he
for the Comets.
kind of had some pressure. Yeah, he puts a little air under that one. He could drop it in there, but he is throwing strikes out here tonight. 2-by-1. Kurzawa as the H-back. Taylor to the left of Bubonics. The Blue Devils have a nickel look. There's a pitch sweep to Taylor. Not much doing there. Immediate pressure from the inside. We've got a flag in the area of holding, and that's going to be the call. And Penzone's going to decline it. So that sets Solon up in 4th down and 4. I don't think there's any doubt about going for this. You got a 7-0 lead. You're trying to get your offense untracked early. This is a no-brainer. So 2-by-2. Blue Devils showing blitz, and they jump offside, and that'll give Solon a 1st down.
Dead ball. Defense, number 62, 5 yards. Result.
And this offense has done this several times this year. Come up to the line, bark some signals, the hard count, and have gotten a number of their opponents to jump. You start putting that on film, you'd think your opponent would be ready for it. But this Blue Devil team's a little less experienced on the defensive side than they are on the offensive. Charlie Bubonics to throw. He launches it deep. Barman's out there. He was pretty well covered.
Intended for Harley Barman. Brings up a 2nd down 10 for the Comets. Holding. Offense.
Goodness, another holding call.
1st down.
Barman had a couple steps. And now we're going to get an unsportsmanlike.
Ball. Unsportsmanlike conduct. Offense, number 2, 15 yards. 1st down. 15 more.
So 10 for the hold, 15 for the unsportsmanlike. Coach Wiz is almost out to the numbers, wanting an explanation. These kids have to keep their composure. So it's 1st down, but it's 35 to go. 3-by-1 set. He takes the snap, looks to the short side. Now he's going to run it. He's got a little room. And Charlie showing the ability to run the football.
Brought down by Jack Sapko.
Watch him dance his way through here. Stop, go, cut right, cut back. Almost make that man miss. Give him 8 yards. 2nd and 27. What a lift if you can pick this first down up. 3-by-1. Brunswick brings the blitz. Charlie rolls out, throws back to the middle of the field. That's a terrific throw there to Brian McQuaid.
Pass is complete to McQuaid.
Tight window.
Knocked on by Kate Son. Third down 19 for the Comets.
In between a couple of white shirts, he throws a strike rolling to his left. Third down, we'll call it 19. 2 plays to get 19 yards. 2-by-2 set. As they look at the coverage provided by Brunswick, looks like they're going to drop into coverage and drop 7. And they hand it to Taylor. Taylor runs hard and gets all the way to the original line of scrimmage, which is the 26-yard line of Brunswick. And it's now 4th and 10. Can they get this first down after 1st and 35? Well, they're going to bring Aaron Teitelbaum in to try a field goal from 43 yards. Aaron Teitelbaum was the one who kicked the winning field goal against Stowe Monroe Falls from 42 yards as time expired. Here he is from 43. Snap, spot, kick. It's up. It is no good.
Kick by Teitelbaum is no good. For the Canes.
Couldn't tell if he left that short, he missed it left. But with 2:19 to go in the first, here it is again. Just short. Brunswick takes over at the 20. Unlike the NFL rule, they do not get the ball out at the line of scrimmage. 2-by-1 set with a blocking back. Roxandich going to keep it up the middle. He hesitated and it cost him. There's a hole there for a second. And this Brunswick offensive line, 6'4", 270, 6'1", 300, 6'2", 250, 6'3", 265, 6'2", 295. Roxandich takes the snap, fires, he completes it.
Pass is complete to
Number 2, Jack Safko makes the catch. Owen Grossman is right there on the tackle, and they don't pick up but a couple. And it's now 3rd and 7. Just 7-0 thus far. Solon has moved the ball extremely well, but they hurt themselves with a holding and an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty. Roxandich rolls right, fires, completes it. That's Cade Som. There's going to be a flag on that. That is a very late hit.
Cade Som. He's knocked out of bounds by Joel Capasso. We do have a flag on the play.
Som was well out of bounds.
Dead ball. Personal foul. Defense, number hit. Number 8, late hit out of bounds, 15 yards. First down.
Not a good play. No reason to hit him here. I mean, he was off the white sideline here. 2-by-1 for Roxandich in the gun. Brings a man in motion, hands it to him. And he's got room. That's number 2, Safko. On the jet sweep.
He's brought down by Shea Springer.
Good play for the Blue Devils there, explosive. He's got Crawford out in front of him, who picks up the cornerback, Thompson. And Springer, the middle linebacker, has to make the tackle, but not before a Brunswick first down. First and 10 at the Solon 34. And Brunswick has had a few explosive plays. Roxanich's ability to run. Also Johnny Crawford. Roxanich keeps up the middle. Lowers his shoulder. He's getting a push. And he'll pick up 3. I think I'd run the ball too if I had 6'1", 210 as my QB behind a line that averages 275.
Brought down by Jamari Holmes.
So I think defensively, the Comets need to be aggressive and try to bring linebackers and run some stunts up front. So if they line up foot to foot, they're going to have trouble stopping this running game. Well, that'll be the end of the first quarter. Our score, Solon 7 and Brunswick 0. We'll see you after the break. Back here for second quarter action. Chuck Chokina, happy to be with you. We've got a 7-0 ball game. 2 evenly matched squads in Solon and Brunswick. Brunswick with the football. 2nd and 7. Ethan Roxandich to throw. He's got time. Now he's getting some pressure. He escapes it. He's at the 30, the 25. He runs out of bounds. He's got the first down. And there you see just the sophomore, Ethan Roxanich's running ability. Got away from a couple of defensive linemen there. He's got time here, but makes one man miss. Another, Anthony Anayori, runs by him. Has the presence of mind to pick up the first down and get out of bounds. 1st and 10 at the 24 are the Blue Devils. They've got a tight end with a wing, and they run that way. And Roxanich is just going to pick up 1. We get a late flag in the area of holding. That's what it's going to be.
He's let down by Donovan Jackson.
Offense, number 58, 10-yard penalty, first down.
That'll set him back in 1st and 20. So the game plan on the Blue Devils side is basically lean on them. Get those 275-pound kids to lean on this defense and to try to run that big back behind him and control the football. Take your shots when you can. So the Comets have more of an athletic front. They're not real big on the defensive line.
Timeout. Brunswick, their first.
So Brunswick takes a timeout to think about it. While I have you, I'd like to talk about the computer points. I was giving some disinformation last week, talking about the Comets and their ability to make the playoffs. They're in Division II, Region 5 this year. First year they've been in Division II for a while. They've been a part of Division I for a long time. I think probably going back to the late 80s, late 90s. They were in Division II, and then they got bumped up. Anyway, I was thinking that it was the old playoff system, 8 teams making the playoffs from each region. We're now, the Ohio High School Athletic Association has expanded in the last couple of years since COVID. 16 teams make the playoffs now in each region. So the Comets are going to get in. In fact, Brunswick can go 3-7 and get in as a very high 13 or 14 seed. Comets will get in at 6-4. They're favored to win and go 2-2 in their remaining 4. We'll see how that all shakes out, but they're probably not going to host a playoff game. Probably have to go on the road. Roxandich throws back, and he's got his tight end. That is number 87, Anthony Watala. He's a 6'2", 225-pound tight end. Easy for me to say. There's Watala rumbling. Nice little screenplay, and it's a good way to counter what a the Comets want to do, which is to bring pressure. They brought a couple of linebackers there, and nobody was home with Watala. So 2nd and 8 for Roxandich. He's got a tight end, Watala in motion. They fake to Crawford. Roxandich keeps, and he'll be brought down after a short gain, maybe 2 yards.
Roxandich, ball carrier. He's brought down by Brock
This is
Bowling.
just power running. They bring Watala in motion. He gets into the hole, and then they fake to Crawford, and Roxandich runs behind him. So that's a lot of pounds getting up in that hole. Here they are again with a tight end, Watala behind him. They're going to run somebody off for a face mask or a chin strap. I don't know if this is a point of emphasis. Somebody sent a memo out and said, hey, we've got to watch these equipment violations because they've sent 4 or 5 kids off in this one. Watala in motion. Roxandich. A little bit of pressure. Throws it deep. Nobody home.
Roxandich pass is incomplete.
The Comets are not sitting back. They are getting after the passer. So it'll be 4th down, and the field goal unit, it looked like Jamari Holmes pushing a blocker back into Roxandich's lap. So this will be a 37-yard attempt by Billy Berger. Out of the hole to Jimmy Toomey. Snap, spot, kick. It's up. Missed it right.
Kick by Stevens is no good. Comets will take over at the 20-yard line. Still leading 7-0.
I'll take that back. That was Vincent D. Teodoro, freshman, who missed that kick. So Comets take over, 1st and 10 at their own 20. 9:52 here in the second quarter. Solon has moved the football. They hurt themselves with a holding penalty. Referees calling it real tight here tonight. And unsportsmanlike. They also had a late head out of bounds. They were helped. Well, they helped themselves when they got a turnover deep in their own territory. But they come out here 2-by-1. Dylan Cronenfeld as the H-back. The ball is directly snapped to E.J. Taylor. He fakes a pitch to Charlie Boo, which is a switch. And tries to keep it, but nothing doing there. So the ball is directly snapped to Taylor, and he fakes a pitch to Bubonics.
Loss of 1 on the play, 2nd down 11.
And all of that netted them -1. 2-by-1. Bubonics in the gun. Back to pass. Looks. Fires it deep. Got McQuaid at midfield.
Pass is complete to number 10, Brian McQuaid.
They had one-on-one coverage here.
The Comets, the ball's placed at the Blue Devil 43-yard line.
No safety helping over the top. 2-by-2. Bubonics dishes it out in the flat to Capasso, trying to make men miss. He did a good job.
Pass is complete to Joel
Picks
Picasso.
up maybe 5.
He's brought down by Grabowski.
They're going quick here with some tempo.
2nd down 5 for the Comets.
2-by-1 again. Cronenfeld in the backfield. E.J. Taylor with Charlie Bubonics. They bring Capasso out to the wide side of the field. And Bubonics is going to roll that way. And he fires, and it's caught. Harley Barman will be upended near the 1st down marker. It'll be a yard shy, and it'll be 3rd and 1.
3rd down 1 for the Comets.
And the playbook is wide open here. 2-by-1 set. Brunswick's got 5 up on the line of scrimmage. Daring him to throw it. They just might accommodate. So Bubonics pitches to E.J. Taylor. He's just going to run wide. He's going to get the first. He's going to get hit well out of bounds. There we go. Threw the beanbag first. Then the flag.
By James Toomey. We do have a flag on the play.
Yeah, this was another late hit. I don't think anything malicious. I just think the defender couldn't stop his momentum, but it was well out of bounds.
Dead ball. Personal foul. Defense. 15 yards from the end of the run. First down.
Simple little quick pitch to the wide side. Let him use his speed. He's running hard. Right there's that hit. He's off the white. Two by one set. Charlie Bubonics in the gun. Keeps it. Cuts back. He's inside the 10 and out of bounds at the 6.
Bubonics on the keeper. He's brought down by Alex Hubble.
Inverted veer.
Gain of 9 on the play. Second down, 1.
You got to see Charlie reading that right defensive end, and you should have seen that right defensive end take 2 steps out with the back. Charlie sees that. When he does, he pulls the ball out and runs it the other way because they're blocking the whole rest of that line. But that's the option right there. And so when the defensive end stepped out, that's the time to keep it. Tight end, 2 tight ends now. Fake to Taylor. He throws for the slant. He's got McQuaid for the score.
Bubonics pass is complete to number 10. Ryan McQuaid for another Solon touchdown.
What a nice throw and catch.
Tried to point after for the Comets, number 6, Evan Funderburg.
Evan Funderburg will be on to try for the extra point. Snap, spot. Offside defense. Going to take it on the kickoff more than likely.
Dead ball. Encroachment. Defense and penalties decline. Retry.
McQuaid to snap, Bubonics to hold, Funderburg with the boot. It's good. That'll make our score with 8 minutes, 4 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Here's that kick again.
Solon Comets 14, the Brunswick 2, the Rose nothing.
It's 14-0 Solon, 8:04 to go in the second. And this game plan for Solon of looking for explosive plays and throwing the ball is working really well. My guess is we're going to see more of this as this season progresses.
The Athletic Boosters will open the Spirit and Sportswear store that features the Solon logo on golf shirts, sweatshirts, pullovers, and many other items.
Too far ahead.
The store is open every Friday during lunch periods, Saturdays from 9 to noon,
my job.
and for every home football game near the home entrance.
The Comets have to travel to Menor next week. A 3-2 Menor team. They're a typical Menor team. And that'll be a tall order to go out there and win at Menor. But going out there with a pass offense like this
number 40, Aaron
would certainly help. So Aaron Teitelbaum to left foot it away. That's Toomey. Number 11 takes it to the 20, the 25, out to the 30, beyond the 35, and almost out to the 40-yard line.
Kick is returned by James Toomey.
Goes James Toomey.
He's brought down by number 31, Anthony Onyora.
Here's that return again.
First and 10 for the Blue Devils. The ball is placed at their own 39-yard
Big hole.
line.
And Anthony Onyora in there on the tackle. Defensive end. So here come the Blue Devils. They've got an extra O-lineman in. Well, they've got a tight end and a wing. And they're going to go up the middle. Crawford brought down. Devad Bush in the backfield.
Give it to John Crawford. He's brought down immediately by Devad Bush.
And these outside linebackers, Bush and Bowling, are keys to winning this one. So as you might imagine, the Blue Devils are going to try to block between the tackles, but the Wild Cards are coming off the edge. And right now, the athleticism of Bush and Bowling is showing. Watala in motion. Roxanich keeps it, throws with pressure, and there's Devad Bush again.
Roxanich pass is incomplete. Pressure on the play by Devad Bush.
So 3rd and 14. Brunswick getting backed up here, already down 2 scores. We've got double tights. Roxanich is going to throw it off play action, launches it deep for Safko, and it's thrown well out of bounds. Good coverage there by Joel Capasso.
Covered by Joel Capasso.
Cade Sam well covered. And the Blue Devils are going to have to punt it away. And they punted it last time to Joel. Right at him. Unlike some other teams that have tried to kick it away from him. It's Ethan Roxanich, the quarterback, in punt formation. Takes the snap. Boots it high and angled it to the sideline. And that's not going to be a good kick.
It'll be first and 10 for the Comets in their own 45-yard line.
20 yards. But kept Joel from getting his hands on the football. That's the strategy there. So with 7:03 to go, look for more of the same. Comets trying to be explosive in the pass game. They're throwing on early downs, and it's paying off. Charlie Bubonics has found a rhythm. He's come out here throwing strikes. Brian McQuaid has been the recipient. Come out in a 2-by-1 set. Kurzawa is in at the H-back. Bubonics going to keep it. He's got a hole off the left side. He's going to get a first down and then some. It's a 17-yard gain.
He's finally pushed out of bounds by Cade Sam. It'll be first and 10 for the Comets.
Drive a truck through this hole.
38-yard line.
Bubonics dishes it out to Taylor. Taylor in space, working against the Brunswick DBs. That's a serious mismatch in terms of size. If that's one place that Brunswick does not have big kids, it's in the defensive backfield.
Brought down by Jacob Thompson. 2nd down 4 for the Comets.
3 receiver set, unbalanced. Charlie rolls left, dishes in the flat. Barman's got it. And he's going to have enough for the first down, and the Comets are going with tempo.
Brought down by James Toomey. First and 10 for the Comets. Ball's placed at the Brunswick 23.
Empty formation. Timeout, Brunswick. Good defensive timeout because this Blue Devil defense is on its heels. Comets going with tempo and getting right to the line of scrimmage, and there they went empty, and they'd already dished one out. They flanked E.J. Taylor out of the backfield and threw to him, and he picked up about 7 yards running through the Brunswick defensive backfield in what is a big mismatch size-wise. So good defensive timeout there by Brunswick. They're down 2 scores. They certainly don't want to go into the half down 3. This is not the type of game that suits them. They're more of a ball control, keep the score down sort of football team. Coach Pinzone was quick to point out that he's very proud of the challenges that his football team has faced and overcome, because they have been shown a lot of resilience. They've lost a lot of players in the last couple of years. Here's the replay again. You can see there was a blitz coming from the opposite side of the football field, so the Comets had the right call, rolling to the left. 3-by-1 set. They dish it to Capasso. Short side screen. He gets forced out almost a horse collar, but I believe because he let go, he was so close to the sideline there, it never really happened.
2nd down 6.
So, unbalanced set again to the right. Charlie likes to roll that way. He does, but they bring it back this side to Capasso. Nice little wrinkle there. The Comets have been showing when they go unbalanced, they've got a tight end and 3 receivers on the right. They roll to the right side and run a little pass play. Well, that time they brought Joel back for a shovel pass. Here it is, that unbalanced set again. Charlie rolls to that side, and he's going to throw deep. He's got Barman. He's got the ball. Touchdown. What a nice throw by Charlie Bubonics. Harley has a step, but this is not exactly a lot of room. And Charlie puts it right on him. Perfect throw just inside the sideline. And Barman does a good job of getting his foot down for the score.
Number 6, Evan Funderburg.
Snap, spot, Funderburg's kick up and good. And that'll make our score with 5:36 to go in the second. Solon 21, Brunswick nothing. And if you could have drawn it up any better for Solon, I don't think you could have, really. They've been aggressive on both sides of the ball. They recognize what Brunswick's game plan is, on offense especially, trying to run rock sandwich, take their shots when they can. They are attacking the line of scrimmage. Except for the one drive where Brunswick had the ball inside the 10 before fumbling. The Comets have limited them extremely well. So this will be a pivotal time here in this game, 5.5 before the half. Toomey's going to take this back at his 5. He's out to the 20. Tripped up and brought down. I believe that's Braden Springer, number 16.
Kick is returned by James Toomey. He's knocked down by Ben Friedman.
Make sure I get that number right. Yep, that's 16.
First and 10 for the Blue Devils.
Braden Springer.
They started throwing 22-yard line.
So, not great field position. They've got Watala in at tight end. They've got a 2-by-1 receiver set. They bring Safko in motion. He's going to try the jet sweep left side. He's going to get forced out of bounds. He picked up 5.
Give it to Jack Safko. He's not
Important for the Blue Devils to get something going here.
Gain of 5 on the play, 2nd on 5 for the Blue
For
Devils.
their own momentum. If they go into the half here down 3 scores, it's going to be tough to overcome. So they come out in a 2-by-1 with Watala tight right. Crawford in the backfield with Roxandich. He brings a man in motion. He takes the snap. He's going to keep it up the middle. Not much doing. They brought number 4, James Snyder, around for the fake. And then tried to pull a backside lineman. I think Jamari Holmes blew it up. So 3rd and 4.
Brings up a 3rd down 4.
This is a big play for Brunswick. They got to get something going offensively. They're in a 2-by-1. Watala tight right. Roxandich is going to roll right. He's going to throw. He completes it. It's Toomey. And Toomey's brought down, and they're going to get Kean Porter for a face mask. Likely a 15-yarder.
He's hit by Kean Porter. We do have a flag, ladies and gentlemen.
You know, it's tough. When you get that hand up at that mask, your finger just curls right around it.
Foul. Face mask. Defense number 8. 15 yards at the end of the run. 1st down.
And it's hard to let go. It just collapses right on the mask. See, now you could argue there that his wrist, his forearm, was around the face mask of the offensive player. But because his head turned around, that's what they call 2-by-1. Roxandich going to keep it right. Behind the block from Crawford. Picks up a couple.
Ball carrier. Knocked down by Jamari Holmes.
His defense is playing hard, and they're being aggressive at linebacker, trying to stop the run first, trying to force Roxandich to throw the ball. 2-by-1 set, and they're going to, thought maybe the defender jumped. No call. 2nd and 7. He rolls left. He's got pressure, and he cannot get the ball down the field.
Roxandich pass is incomplete.
Once again, Devad Bush up in the face of
3rd down 7 for the Blue Devils.
watch 22 here, pushing the defender back. Donovan Jackson had a hand on it. Would have been the defensive lineman's dream to make that pick. But at this point in time, nobody can block 22. And he's showing blitz again. And here he comes. And they throw it deep. Good coverage there, but it looks like the catch was made, but out of bounds.
Pass by Roxandich is incomplete.
Cade Sam caught the ball, but he did not come down in bounds. Oh, his right foot. Official called him out. Owen Grossman with the excellent coverage and a good throw by Roxandich. We got an unsportsmanlike.
Unsportsmanlike conduct. Brunswick sideline. 15 yards. 4th down.
And I think the Brunswick sideline saw that right foot getting dragged down inbounds. And they're down 3 scores, and a little bit of frustration came out there toward the official. That's why they got the unsportsmanlike called on their sideline.
For the Comets,
Sam, after he caught the ball, he knew that he got that right foot in. So they got Roxandich in punt formation. He boots it deep. See if this hops up to Joel. It does. He's got it at the 15. He's going to try the left sideline. Going to pick up a few yards. I think he had a notion to try to cut it all the way back to the right, but that's why you angle punt right there. Kind of use that sideline as another defender. I would have liked to see him go out to the right there and use his speed.
1st and 10 for the Comets. Ball is placed at their own 25-yard line.
So 25-yard line. Now, Solon has shown that they are going to be aggressive tonight. 3.5 minutes to go in the half. They're already up 3 scores. You might think they'd sit on it. But your quarterback is in a terrific rhythm, and they can't stop the pass. Bubonics to throw. He's going to launch it deep. McQuaid was double covered.
Bubonics pass incomplete. Intended for McQuaid.
So continuing with their aggressive mindset, they run Brian McQuaid in a deep post, and he's covered very well there by 2 Brunswick defenders. Toomey, number 27, Alex Hubble. Hubble just a sophomore. 2-by-1 set. Dylan Cronenfeld as the H-back. E.J. Taylor in the backfield with Bubonics. He rolls right. He fires high and over the head of Harley Barman. Number 19, Landon Case, a junior DB on the coverage. 3rd and 10, Solon. This is the downside to running a predominant passing offense. Just 10 seconds have clicked off of the clock here. You're up 3 scores, and you'd like to run some clock. At the same time, you want to be aggressive. 2-by-2 set for Charlie Bubonics. He's going to keep it. QB draw, and he's going to break a tackle, but then brought down. He'll pick up 5. And it'll be punting time for the Comets. Straight draw there.
Brings up a 4th down 5 for the Comets.
Managed to beat that tackler. But Tommy Grabowski, the Sam linebacker, brought him down. What is this? Oh, it's just, the chains are showing 4th and 4. The scoreboard shows 3rd and 4. I've lost track of the downs. 3-by-1 set. Now they're just trying to draw them off. So it is 4th down. The board is wrong. And they will call a timeout before they get hit with the delay penalty to run some clock. 2:24 to go in the second. And they're going to send the punt team out. But that was worth a try. That was Stefanski-like. Keep your offense out there, bark a few signals, see if you can get them to jump. Harley Barman in punt formation. James Toomey to receive it. Barman gets it off. It's high. It's short. It's end over end. It takes a Brunswick bounce. And it's only going to net about 14 yards.
Barman's punt is down by Braden Springer.
So Brunswick's going to take over on the Solon side of the 50-yard line. And
45-yard line.
For those of you aspiring football coaches who like to see a wide open pass game, Solon up 3 scores. You wanted to stay aggressive there, threw the ball on their first 2 downs, and didn't take but 10 seconds off the clock on incompletions, and therefore now run the risk of letting Brunswick back into this game with 2:15 to go in the half. And that's the downside of being so aggressive. But you live with it. Ethan Roxanich rolls to his right, now back to his left. He had running room, instead he dishes to Cade Som, and we've got a flag. There were two Brunswick linemen tied up with
Holding, offense, 53, 10-yard penalty, first down.
They were tied up with Jake Gert behind the play. Didn't really affect the play because Roxanich was out to the left, but over here on this side, right there, somebody's getting dragged down. I really thought Roxanich was going to run it. He had a blocker in front of him and a lot of room. 3-by-1 set, 1st and 20. He's going to throw it. He dishes it out in the flat, and he's hit immediately. He held on to it. That's Johnny Crawford coming out of the backfield. Brock Bowling.
Johnny Crawford, he's hit by Brock Bowling.
Hits him at the same time that he catches the ball. If you know you're going to get hit, you might as well catch it. But good hit there by Bowling. Bush on the blitz. And Roxanich dishes it to Toomey. Toomey catches and gets out of bounds. That'll stop the clock. It'll be good for about 4.
Run out of bounds after a gain of 7.
We'll call it 7, excuse me. It's 3rd and about 8 for Brunswick. I think this is 2-down territory when you're down 3 scores. 3-by-1 set. Ethan Roxanich rolls to his left. He's getting pressure. He fires. It's behind his receiver, Jack Safko. And it'll now be 4th and 8. That's Devad Bush again, I believe, providing that pressure off the edge. He's been doing it all night, number 22. Couldn't quite make out the number. Brunswick is going to get in the punt formation, even with a minute and a half here. They don't want to give Charlie Bubonics and his offense good field position, so Ethan Roxanich will punt it away. He angles it to the sideline, goes straight out of bounds.
Roxanich kick sails out of bounds.
Solon will take over at their 25. I think at this point, they may be content to get into halftime. Both teams with just 1 timeout left. The 3-score lead. And I believe I am correct. Solon is going to receive the second half kickoff. So I imagine they're going to try to run the clock here. So they come out 3-by-1. E.J. Taylor in the backfield. Hands to him, up the middle, picks up a couple.
He was to E.J. Taylor.
Two by 2 now.
Brought down by Constantine Bevier.
Charlie rolls right and throws, completes in the flat to Barman.
Pass is complete to Harley Barman.
Clock continues to run. 3rd and 3.
It'll be 3rd down for the Comets.
3-by-1 receiver set. Charlie rolls left. Fires. Picked. James Toomey stepped in front of that one.
Bubonic's pass is intercepted by James Toomey.
Let's see if this hit the ground. Hard to tell.
Dead ball after the interception. Sideline interference. Brunswick, 5 yards. First down. Your ball.
So earlier in this one, Charlie rolled to his left in the first quarter and was able to hit somebody back inside on the hash marks in a tight window. And he tried it again there. The hard part is throwing that ball late. And he did throw it a bit late, and that allowed the safety to get up to read that and get up in front of it. But it gives Brunswick a chance to cut into this 3-score lead. They've been hard-pressed to move the football, but they got another shot here. 40 seconds to go. They've got one timeout. They have a 3-by-1 set. Roxanich drops back, looks and throws. Almost picked. Kean Porter right there for the Comets. I think that's Safko, who went up for it for the Blue Devils. Porter is right there. Porter had the better shot at it, actually. For a sophomore, Roxanich has a good arm. Right now, not the most accurate. He throws in the flat, almost picked again. Owen Grossman broke on that ball. Again, Safko, the intended receiver. There, Grossman cutting inside. 3rd and 10 for Brunswick. Trying to make something happen here before the half. Roxanich to throw. He's going to throw it up. That's going to be picked. Max Thompson's right there. He's going to try to return this. He's out at the 50. He's over the 50. That's where he's brought down.
Intercepted by number 14, Max Thompson.
Not sure if the offensive player just broke off his route or what's going on there. There's nobody within 8 yards of that. And good defense there by Thompson and his teammates, keeping everything in front of them. Nobody should be running by you. The old adage, if he's even, he's leaving. Meaning you got to stay behind these offensive players. This late in the half on 3rd and long. And they did a good job there. And this gives Bubonics and the offense a chance to do something. 22 seconds. They probably will with this field position. 2-by-2. Fake to Taylor. They hit Thompson on the slant. He gets to the 39. They're going to go right to the line. Save their timeout.
2nd down 1.
Brunswick calls a timeout.
Timeout. Brunswick.
Comets still had a timeout there, but they were trying to get to the line and spike it and save that timeout, but a lot of time ran off.
Put 7 seconds on the clock, please. 7 seconds.
The officials are going to put 2 more seconds back on the clock. So Solon can maybe get 1 play and a timeout. Maybe. This is a tough call. And the other question is, what is your field goal kicker's length? Where does he have to get to? I think the answer to that, he can kick at 42, 43 yards. At this point, up 3 scores. Well, they're going to take a shot at something. 2-by-2. They're at the 39-yard line. Try to throw it to the short side. Well done. They got to the 28. This will be a 45-yard attempt if they choose to kick it with 3 seconds, and they're going to send Teitelbaum on to attempt a 45-yarder. He attempted a 43-yarder in the first quarter and missed. We know he can kick it from 42 because he did so in a game-winning field goal
number 40, Aaron
against
Teitelbaum.
Stowe earlier this year. 45 yards into the wind. Brian McQuaid is the snapper. Charlie Bubonic's the holder. There's the kick. It is short.
Kick by Teitelbaum is no
That's
good.
the way the
At
half
end
will
of the half,
end.
the score
Our
is
score.
Solon Comets 21,
Solon Comets
Brunswick Blue
21,
Devils
Brunswick Blue Devils 0. See you after the half.
Good evening, Solon! You wanted the best, and now you've got the best. Presenting the 300-member strong 2022 Solon Marching Band. Led onto the field tonight by band president Connor Grimm. We start tonight's Wild Night show with a brand new song from the Black Keys. They released it just in time for it to become the official song of this year's MLB All-Star Game and for world-renowned arranger Ken Markson to arrange it just for the Solon Marching Band. It's time to rock out with the band and let out your inner wild child. In 1968, Steppenwolf gave us a roaring anthem of turbocharged rock and roll that would become the theme song for thrill seekers and bikers for generations. It's time to hop on your Harleys and get your motor running as the band brings the heavy metal thunder and the Starlets rock the house to Born to Be Wild. next tune is a hard rock classic that began in the studio as a duet of, you guessed it, an ocarina and a tambourine. Well, if you add in a distorted guitar, a thumping bass, a booming drum set, and you eventually have the Troggs mega hit. Ricky Vaughn isn't coming out of the bullpen, but the band is ready to let you know for sure that they're a certified wild thing. We finish our Wild Night with a killer chart by Wild Cherry. Wild Cherry may be from Cleveland, but this tune originated in a Pittsburgh disco club when someone in the crowd asked the band, "Are you gonna play some funky music?" And the rest is history. There's no doubt you'll be dancing and grooving and moving to the music while the band play that funky music. Just witness the heart-stopping, hard-rocking, beat-dropping, earth-quaking, and groove-making Solon Marching Band! The Solon Marching Band is under the direction of Mark Baldwin, our advisor, Kelly Colson, along with assistant directors Rob Luke, Jerry McNichol, Brett Seabird, and student teacher Emily Ball. We hope you enjoyed tonight's performance and have a great rest of evening. Peace, love, and music.
Welcome back to Solon High School Stewart Field. Our score at half, Solon 21, Brunswick 0. Here are the stats from the first half. Solon with 12 first downs to Brunswick's 4. Comets had 297 yards of total offense, 203 through the air. Charlie Bubonics 17 of 22, quite impressive. Comets had 94 rushing yards in that first half. Brunswick just 158 total offensive yards, 106 of those coming on the ground, 52 through the air, as Ethan Roxandich was 7 of 16 throwing. Comets ran 38 offensive plays to Brunswick's 33, and our score after one half of play, Solon 21 and Brunswick nothing. If the Brunswick Blue Devils are going to get back in this one, they're going to have to get a 3 and out here to start. And they're going to have to move the football. They've shown one time that they got into the Solon red zone. But they did fumble the ball at the 5-yard line. And Solon came up with that, ending their best threat of the first half. They've had a couple of offensive explosive plays, but they've just not been able to sustain anything through the air. At this point in the season, 6 games in, this being game number 7, there are no more secrets in these football teams. They've got enough film on each other to know exactly what they're trying to do and how they're trying to exploit their opponents. This is not the way Brunswick wanted this game to go, that's for sure. They want to keep the score down. They want to stay within striking distance. Coach Pinzone did indicate that his team is inexperienced, that they've graduated a lot of players in the last couple years. And that is not a knock on these kids. He is very, very proud of his football team and the resilience they've shown through some tough knocks. And the Comets take the opening kickoff of the second half and return it out to the 35. That's number 14, Max Thompson, who's brought down. As I indicated, Brunswick's had the tougher schedule this year. They started out the season against 6-0 Cleveland Heights, currently 6-0 Cleveland Heights, losing 43-13. They lost their second game of the year to Olmsted Falls, who's currently at 5-1, 32-7. And then they lost to Medina Highland, who's 6-0 right now, 27-6. So their first 3 games were against opponents who've lost to date just 1 game. Here's Charlie Bubonics dishing it out into the flat to Brian McQuaid. He's going to pick up 4. Bubonics and McQuaid have been a very tough duo to stop so far in this one. And in keeping with this Comet game plan, they are opening it up. I would say, based on what I'm seeing in the Comet offense, they're going to bring this offense out to Mentor next week, and that one's could be a shootout, folks. 2-by-1 formation with Cronenfeld at H-back. E.J. Taylor takes the handoff from Charlie, only picks up a yard. So it's 3rd and 4. And the Blue Devils need to get the Comets off the field if they're going to get back in this one, down 3 scores.
3rd down 4 for the Comets.
Unbalanced formation here to the wide side of the field. Tried to get him to jump again. They like to roll Charlie here to the wide side. Oh, he threw it into traffic. really should have been picked.
Bubonic pass is incomplete. Intended for McQuaid.
I think that's Jack Safko, who sat right down in front of Brian McQuaid.
In the punt for the Comets, number 9, Harley Barman.
So Harley Barman will come on to kick or to punt it away. James Toomey, I believe, is back. There's a good boot. Fair catch called for and made at the 27.
Fair catch is called for by Toomey.
33-yard punt. Much better boot by Harley Barman. No return. And Brunswick will start out the second half. They're going to try to get back in this one somehow, some way. Behind the arm and legs of their sophomore quarterback, Ethan Roxandich, and that big offensive line. Comets have been equal to the task, limiting Brunswick to just 158 yards. They've rushed for twice as many as they've thrown for, just 7 of 16 throwing. Roxandich hands to Johnny Crawford. Crawford picks up pretty good yardage.
John Crawford, the ball carrier. Brought down by Chase Springer.
Call that a 7-yard gain.
7 on play, second down, 3.
And I'm sure that they had discussions in the locker room about trying to reestablish that line of scrimmage. Double tights. Handoff again. Crawford up the middle. Not much, maybe a couple. Yeah, well, it's close to the chains. We'll call it 3rd and 1.
Give us to Crawford. He's hit by.
This is not rocket science.
And 2 brings up the
You've got 275-pound average across your front line. You run the football. Double tights again. Crawford in the backfield. Roxandich going to keep it. Right tackle, he's got the first. Just a 2-yard gain, but it's enough to move the chains. Out to their own 40-yard line are the Blue Devils. But they're going to get set back by an untimely holding penalty. Officials have called it pretty tight. Depends on the crew, right? Some crews are going to call it tighter than others. Some are going to let things go. So 3rd and 11. Roxandich is going to throw. He's going to get flushed. He's going to throw it up. And it's picked. One-handed pick. Number 11, Owen Grossman, reaches up with one hand and does his best OBJ impression. What a great pick there by number 11, Owen Grossman, who's played solid defensive back. Here it is once again, different angle. Going to reach up with that right hand. His left hand, I think, was being held by the Brunswick receiver, but he pulls that one in nicely. 3 by 1 on 1st and 10. Charlie Bubonics hands E.J. Taylor, picks up maybe 3.
E.J. Taylor, the ball carrier. Brought down by Collick.
2 by 2 set this time. Almost got him to jump again, but they're definitely giving away their. They're looking like they're blitzing here. Going to stack 3-5, and they are bringing a couple of linebackers. Bubonics, pump fake, now keeps, has room, over the 50, into Brunswick territory. He fumbles the football, and they're going to call him. They're not calling him down. They're saying he turned it over. He started to lose it, I think, before his knee hit. Quarterbacks sometimes don't tuck the ball. Having played the position, well aware. He's running to his left with the ball in his right. That's what happened there, and he got hit from the inside. So there's the turnover. And Brunswick comes out 2-by-1 with an H-back. They fake to Crawford. Roxandich keeps, nothing doing. Joel Capasso. He's a defensive back, making a tackle in the backfield. That tells you how much Solon is committing to the run here tonight. Look at Capasso just jump right in and make that tackle in the backfield. So they're just trying to beat him with bodies. They want to make him throw the ball. Now they're sending Bush on the blitz. They dish it outside, incomplete to Watala.
Roxanne's pass is incomplete.
Basically, they're taking away what they do best. They're taking away the run and making them throw it. And even though Brunswick can throw it, and they've had some success doing so, it is not their forte. That's not what they want to come out and do. And you saw it there, just a foot too far in front of the receiver, and results in an incomplete pass. 3rd and 10, Bush on the blitz, Roxanich to throw, fires, out, deep out, incomplete. Joel Capasso on the coverage. Take a look at that again. Here comes Bush. And Capasso's all over the receiver there. And Roxanich will have to punt it. And Joel Capasso is deep. Let's see if they punt it to him. They angled it straight out of bounds.
Roxanich punt. Sails out of bounds. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Comets.
20-yard boot.
At the 40-yard line.
And that's where Solon takes over. Still up 3 scores. See how aggressive they want to be. They've had so much success through the air, as I talked about statistically. In the first half, Charlie Bubonics was 17 of 22 and threw for 203 yards in the first half alone. 2-by-1 set. Taylor trying to the left edge. Too many white shirts. He goes down for a loss.
P.J. Taylor, the ball carrier. Brought down by Grabowski. The loss of 1 on the play. 2nd down and 11 for the Comets.
That's a DB coming up there, 25. Colin Kavilik. Here's Bubonics to throw, dumps it in the flat. Taylor juggles it, but brings it in. Tries to cut back. Going to be brought down after 4-yard gain.
Complete to Taylor. Brought down by Grabowski and Safko.
Personal foul, upping the passer. Number 62, 15 yards added on to the end of the run. 1st down.
Didn't see that. But 62. Somebody on Brunswick gets called there for roughing the passer. That's going to add 15 yards. That had to be a really late hit. So 1st and 10, Comets at the Brunswick 42. Bubonics in a 2-by-1, hands to Taylor. Tries the inside of the line, runs over a DB, picks up 5. We'll call it 4. 2nd and 6. This quarter is going by pretty quick.
4 on the play, 2nd down, 6 for the Comets.
2-by-1 again. Blue Devils in a stack 3-5. There's a pitch sweep. Taylor tries to bounce, and we're going to get a hold called against Joel Capasso.
Taylor, the ball carrier.
Out there on the edge, he didn't like the call.
Offense, number 2, 10 yards, 2nd down.
And as we said, this crew, maybe unlike others, happens to be calling it pretty tight. What you might get away with on one Friday night, you might not on another. Let's see if we can see what's happening out there. Yeah, he kind of had his arms to the side and on his jersey instead of just locked up on him square. 2-by-2. Stack 3-5. 3 down linemen, 3 linebackers, 5 defensive backs. They try to stop the run with those 6, play the pass with the other 5. Bubonics hands to Taylor, nothing doing. That stack 3-5 is working pretty well. Good adjustment for the Blue Devils.
That'll be a 3rd down, 16 from Comets.
I think you got to be happy just to punt it away here on 3rd. And if you don't get the 1st down, that is. But a punt sometimes is a successful drive because they have managed to move the clock. Bubonics under pressure. They're trying for a screen. And he just couldn't get it out there.
Bubonics pass is incomplete, brings up a 4th down for the Comets.
Not sure where the receiver was. Taylor's trying to sneak out, but he got locked up with a defensive lineman and couldn't get out in the flat. So Harley Barman will come on to kick it away to Toomey and Safko. 2 men deep this time for the Blue Devils. High kick. Fair catch called for and made at the 20.
Herman's punt is fair caught by James Toomey. 1st and 10 for the Blue Devils. Ball's placed at their own 20-yard line.
So we get to the 4:01 mark, and the Blue Devils find themselves in the same position they were in at the half. Down 3 scores. And needing to make something happen. So now they come out in 2-by-1 with a tight end right, bring Cade Som in motion, and he gets the handoff. He'll get maybe 5. Give him 5, and it'll be 2nd and 5. Jet sweep. Crawford out in front blocking. Clock continues to run. Comets need to defensively keep everything in front of them and continue to put pressure on the sophomore quarterback, Ethan Roxandich. Tries a quarterback draw and doesn't get much there.
Roxandich, ball carrier, brought down by Jake Dirt and Chase Springer.
Shea Springer, middle linebacker, stepped inside a pulling lineman, made the tackle. 3rd and 4. 2 by 1. Tight end. No, 3 by 1, I'm sorry. No tight end. Crawford in the backfield. Roxandich barking signals. Takes the snap. Straight drop. Dishes it out into the flat. Safko is not going to get anywhere. He's going to lose a yard.
Roxandich pass is complete to Safko. He's tackled by...
As far as DBs, wideouts, and the matchup there, the Comets have won that one tonight pretty consistently. They just have a better skill group, and it's been showing here. Roxandich in punt formation. Capasso going to the sideline as he knows that's where they're going to kick it. Well, he's going to catch this one on the second hop. He's going to try the wide side of the field. And he gets there. He's going to cut back. And he gets across the 50. And Devad Bush does not make a block. This is a blindside block that they have outlawed, even in the pros. It's going to happen here to the wide side of the field. I don't know if you're going to be able to see 22 come into the picture at one point. Right here. He doesn't block him. He just screens him. Right? That used to be a blindside block, and there would be plenty of kids and professional athletes who would get concussed on that one because they're looking at a ball carrier to their left, and here comes somebody peeling back. And they've outlawed that block, and rightfully so. And you saw Devad Bush aware of that, and he merely screened the player, so he didn't get called. Capasso in motion, Bubonics the throw. He's going to run. He's going to slide a little awkwardly, and he gets back to the line of scrimmage. So the clock continues to run there. He didn't have anybody open. I think they were trying to pump and go here. They ran Capasso in motion, and he was going to try and out and up. Unbalanced set here to the wide side. Charlie will roll that way. And he threw it low to Joel, incomplete. Capasso was just sat down in an open area.
3rd down 10 for the Comets.
It was the only place to throw that so that it wouldn't get picked. Again, unbalanced. Here to the wide side of the field. They're going to hand Taylor. Going back the other way. He's not going to get far.
E.J. Taylor, the ball carrier.
Now it's going to be 4th down.
4th down 9 for the Comets.
They're just going to let this one run. And they're going to have to kick it before the quarter ends. So Harley Barman is on. This will be likely the last play of the 3rd quarter.
Punt for the Comets, number 9, Harley Barman.
Ah, 1 second to go in the 3rd when they down the ball. So Brunswick will take it over on their own 10.
10-yard line, it will be 1st and 10 for the Blue Devils.
We'll have one play here in the 3rd with our score 21-0. Handoff going around right end is Safko, Jack Safko. Late flag. You get a penalty call. It's a call against Solon.
Dead ball. Unsportsmanlike conduct. Defense number 5. 15 yards. First down. That's the end of the third quarter.
So our third quarter ends. Our score, Solon 21 and Brunswick 0. We'll be right back with the fourth quarter. Back to action. Brunswick takes over 1st and 10. Their own 27. They hand to Toomey. Toomey in the backfield for the first time. Gets knocked down by number 5, Max Thompson. And we have an injury on the field.
By Max Thompson. You have an injured Comet on the play.
Number 5, Shea Springer. Somebody rolled up into him. That's Solon's middle linebacker, so that would be a big loss. Shea can cover sideline to sideline. He's not the biggest linebacker, but he hustles. He's tough. He sticks his nose in there, cleans up a lot, pursues really well. E.J. Taylor is listed as one of their backup linebackers, as is number 30, Darrell Brown. I see Darrell out on the field now. Springer trying to put some weight on it. Walking gingerly. He's not pointing to his knee, that's the good news. Hopefully just a bruise in the shin. Get some ice on that. Brought Ben Friedman, number 15, in to replace Springer. He, after initially getting blocked, turned around, came back and made the tackle on Toomey, but Toomey picks up the first. And they're going with a little bit of a wrinkle here now. Gone away from Crawford, and they've gone to the smaller but speedier James Toomey. Just a junior, just 5'7", 140. 2-by-1 formation, tight end right. Bring a man in motion. Fake, Roxanich to throw. Fires, caught. Into Solon territory goes number 1, Cade Som. Got got another Solon Comet down. Sam knows what to do with it here. And it's number 11, Owen Grossman, that's down. He's back up and walking off. Hopefully just a cramp. Didn't look like a contact injury. It's still 21-0. There's plenty of time here in the fourth quarter, and the Brunswick Blue Devils have now had a couple of explosive plays. Cade Sam just broke that pass, brought it into Solon territory all the way down at the Solon 25. Comets now missing their middle linebacker, Shea Springer. They brought in number 15, Ben Friedman, to replace him. Sam came in motion that time and got brought down at the line of scrimmage. Donovan Jackson was there.
Sam, the ball carrier, brought down by Donovan Jackson.
Just 2-yard gain. Blue Devils looking to get on the board here and try to make this a football game. A lot of time left. Sandage takes the snap, fakes to Sam, under pressure, dishes it to him, and up to make the tackle is Max Thompson. And they, even though Sam did not go all the way down, he hit his knee on the ground. Watch 14 come up and close on this play. Right there, and his knee came down, ball came out at the same time. Max Thompson's already had an interception tonight, had a nice return. Really came up and drove on the football there. 3rd and 11 for the Blue Devils. They've got to pull something out of a hat if they hope to have any chance of winning this one. 2-by-1 with a tight end left. I think they're going to need a timeout. The play clock was down near 0, and they could not afford to lose 5 yards there on 3rd and 11. They're in 4-down territory right now. And they are in dire need of a first down and a score. They can't settle for a field goal here. So they'd still be down 3 scores.
Middle school will run at 1 p.m. JV football will be playing Brunswick at Brunswick High School at 10 a.m. Boys JV and varsity soccer will be playing here at home versus Eastlake North. JV starts at 11. Varsity will start at 1. Varsity volleyball will be playing at the Avon Lake Invitational at Avon Lake High School. First game begins at 8 a.m. Our freshman volleyball team will be playing at the Menor Freshman Invitational at Menor High School. First game begins at 9. Come on out and support the Comets.
So Brunswick comes out 2-by-1. They're going to hand it to Toomey inside. He's going to pick up, we'll give him 5, not 4. So he's still going to need 6 yards on 4th down. So they try to go quick here with number 11. And he's brought down by 21, Brock Bowling. They ran right at the new middle linebacker in the game, Ben Friedman. They roll right. Roxandich throws, and it's in and out of the hands of number 1, Cade Sam, who's made some terrific plays here tonight, but just couldn't hold on to that one. And the Blue Devils are going to turn it over on downs. Roxandich does a nice job of putting this one on the money. And when you're playing from behind and you make a mistake like that, it can haunt you. This game could have been a bit different had Brunswick converted when they had the ball down at the Solon 5, but they turned it over down there. So Solon 2-1. They've been pass happy all night. Charlie Bubonics continuing with that theme. Dumps it out into the flat. It's got to be McQuaid under there. Nope, it's Barman, Harley Barman.
Brought down by Varsity. Number 6 on the play.
I think his knee was down when he caught it. So 6-yard gain. Brunswick showing blitz. Good time to roll him out again to the left here, the wide side of the field. Fakes, throws. McQuaid's got it. Knee down. You can't keep running.
Pass is complete to Brian McQuaid. Brought down by Case with the 1st and 10 for the Comets.
1st and 10 Comets out at the 34, trying to go with tempo, hand to Taylor. Maybe a couple.
E.J. Taylor, the ball carrier.
Clock continues to run, 7.5
Brought
to
down
go.
by Heavy. 2nd down, 7 for the Comets.
Starting to work the clock. They're under 10 seconds on the play clock before they come out of the huddle. 2-1. Bubonics hands to Taylor. Up the middle, nothing there.
Come on, just up the gut. Come on now. That's up the gut.
We got some coaches up in the stands here tonight.
Ball carrier brought down by Yakimovich. 3rd down, 6 for the Comets.
3rd and 6. 2-2 set for Solon. Stack 3-5 again for Brunswick. They've had some success with this. They've needed the extra DB to defend the pass, and they've been aggressive with their linebackers to help on the run. They bring 5. Bubonics under pressure, fires, completes it to McQuaid. It's enough for the 1st down. What a nice catch that is. He's coming back to the football, and Charlie just drills this.
49-yard line.
This ball's thrown with some zip. Brian is coming back to the football. No easy catch. Off the hands of Max Thompson. Call me crazy, but when your high school team's up 21-0, that's not the time to be coaching from the stands. There's really no time to be coaching from the stands, truth be told. By 1 set. Hand off to E.J. Taylor. He breaks through. He had nothing there.
E.J. Taylor, the ball carrier.
How are we feeling about that run up the middle there?
He's finally brought down by Diego Castillo. 1st and 10
good.
Comets with the Blue Devil.
Pretty good. He made something happen. Again. Taylor looking to make something happen.
Taylor with the carry. Brought down by Castillo.
Picks up 5.
Gain of 5 on the play. Second down 5 for the
This
count.
clock is winding down toward a Solon victory. Right now, as it stands, going into tonight, the Comets were 10th in their region. Now, they would have to be 8th or higher to host a first-round playoff game. All the projections that I see state that they're going to need to do better than 6-4 to do that. That certainly depends on what the teams in Division II, Region 5 do ahead of them. So Dylan Krolenfeld
Bubonics pass is incomplete. Intended for
was rolling in the flat. Joel Capasso was behind him. This is the blocking back right here, 45. And I think Capasso thought it was intended for him,
Third down,
not
6
the
for the
blocking
count.
back. That may well have been, but if you're an offensive player and you can get your hands on the ball, catch it. Try to catch it. You don't know who it's intended for. Don't let it go. 3-by-1.
Now you blitz every time. Come on. Right over the middle.
3-by-1. Charlie in the gun. Takes the snap. They rush 4. It's a screen. Taylor. He's going to have room. He's into the 20, the 15, the 10. He's going to take it to the house. How was that call?
Pass is complete
Coach?
to E.J. Taylor for a Solon touchdown.
Coach in the stands. How was that one? Pretty good. Pretty good. We scored.
Try the extra point for the Comets. Number 6, Evan Thunderberg.
So Funderburg on to try to tack on the extra point, make it 28-zip. Kick is good.
Kick by Thunderberg is good. With 4:38 remaining in the game, the score is Solon Comets 28.
This one went the way of Solon from the get-go. The game plan worked. Brunswick is a better football team than their 2-4 record would indicate when they came into this one. So looking ahead, because we can do that now. Solon goes to Menor next week. Menor at Medina tonight. So somebody's going to suffer a loss in that one. One of the 2 conference leaders, or favorites, as Menor and Medina are, is going to have another loss. Menor came into tonight at 3-2. Medina 5-1 on the year. Teitelbaum boots it. Cade Som returns it past the 30 and the 35, and he's run out of bounds.
Teitelbaum's kick is returned by
For Solon in
Cade
Division II,
Som.
Region 5,
He's run out of bounds by Frank Aquila.
they need some help. They've got Walsh Jesuit ahead of them.
First and 10 for the Blue Devils at their own
Walsh has
35.
just one team with a winning record remaining in their season. Roxanich is going to try to run off the left side. He's going to get 2 yards. Heights is a team that's two
Gain of 2 on the play.
places ahead of Solon, and they've got 3 teams with losing records out of 4 and 1 undefeated. Cleveland Heights. Garfield has nobody on their schedule with a winning record left. Ethan Roxanich is going to be brought down for a sack.
Roxanich is sacked in the backfield by Jake Dirt. Brings up a 3rd down, 15 for the
So
Blue
the
Devils.
reason to look at that is to see who could possibly help Solon move up, because you've got to win and you've got to get help. Nordonia had Hudson tonight, so Nordonia was 5-1 coming into that one, having lost last week at Wadsworth. Hudson 6-0, but Nordonia is in Division II, Region 5. Here's Roxanich throwing out into the flat. Safko's got it, trying to make something happen. Takes a hit, but still gets out to the 40. A good hard run for 10 yards. Jack Safko showing some heart there, down 4 scores, but not giving up. But that sets Brunswick up in 4th and 5, and at this point, you might as well go for it, right? Safko taking a hit there from Kean Porter, who also tries to strip him. We're going to get a timeout. Solon, good defensive timeout.
Timeout. Solon.
Pivotal play. Well, not so pivotal at 28 zip. So, 4th down. Two-by-two set for Brunswick on 4th down. Ethan Roxanich under pressure, fires. Is it picked? No, they called that it hit the ground, so Comets will take over 1st and 10 at the Brunswick 40. It's maybe the time to bring in some subs. Thinks he got his hands under that one, but his team would benefit more from the field position. So this one's going to set up that showdown with Mentor next week. Comets have to travel out there. They'll return home to Euclid in week 9 and face Medina in Medina in week 10.
Give it to Ben Friedman.
Next week will be pivotal. Ben Friedman, backup running back, was on there. Clock is winding down. We're under 2 minutes. Comets are milking it. They don't want to run a play until that play clock gets under 10.
And a quarterback for the Comets,
Luke Cormuth on at quarterback, number 1 for Solon. Turns and hands to Friedman. Friedman running hard.
Friedman, the ball carrier. Brought down by 2
Tough time to run the football here. Everybody knows you're going to run it. 3rd and 7. This play is going to take us to close to the 30-second mark. And we'll just about, even if they don't get a first down, this should do it. Friedman again gets brought down early.
Friedman, the ball carrier.
That's going to do it on this one. So the Comets at home take care of business. Execute a really well thought out game plan against a good Brunswick Blue Devil team. And they come away with the win. Hope to see a lot of you next week out at Menor. Big showdown for the Comets at Jerome Osborne Stadium in Menor, Ohio next week. Hope to see you there. Our final from Stewart Field, Solon 28 and Brunswick nothing. See you next time on SETV.